Artificial intelligence is transforming every industry. At SARRC, ChatGPT has already become a staple in our office, helping to simplify complex tasks every day. Now we're using the power of AI to tackle an enduring challenge experienced by people in the autism community: delayed diagnosis, which happens because the system is fraught with barriers. The experience of getting a diagnosis only intensifies an already stressful situation for parents who are worried about their child's development. At SARRC, innovation is one of our core values, so we feel a responsibility to think outside the box and make improvements to this broken system. And that is exactly what we've been doing for the past decade. To understand the changes we've already made and where we're going next, it helps to look at the traditional gold standard in-person diagnostic process. It includes 3 procedures that require a total of 10 hours of staff time: a diagnostic history interview that requires 4 hours, a direct behavior observation that also requires 4 hours, and a skills assessment that requires 2 hours. Once complete, a psychologist reviews all the evidence and determines whether the child meets DSM-5 criteria for autism, and then prepares a written report. And that report is the family's gateway to intervention for their child. One of the most significant and disruptive changes we've made was to the direct behavior observation. In 2015, we developed NODA, the Naturalistic Observation Diagnostic Assessment, an app that guides parents to collect videos of their child at home and securely send them to us for review. Research showed that NODA agreed with the in-person evaluation in 85% of cases. So let's revisit that table and add some more numbers. By incorporating NODA, we cut the staff time for the observation from 4 hours to 1 hour. We also replaced the skills assessment with an electronic parent questionnaire, reducing staff time from 2 hours to just about 15 minutes. Now we're focusing on the component that presents the greatest challenge for incorporating technology: the diagnostic interview. It's challenging because a successful interview relies on one thing: the interviewer's ability to navigate a variety of parent communication styles. In our experience, technology just wasn't as flexible as our experienced staff members. But with funding from the Community Foundation for Southern Arizona, we've partnered with Botco AI to automate and optimize this procedure. The project begins with a learning phase. Throughout this year, AI will listen in on 200 diagnostic interviews, and it will learn how to conduct the interview just as flexibly as our expert staff. In a moment, I'll share a video of one part of this interview that focuses on play, which can offer important insights into development. In the video, you'll see one of our most experienced team members, a young woman who's been with us for 7 years and has completed over 1,000 parent interviews. You'll see her ask open-ended questions and patiently navigate vague responses to guide the parent toward a meaningful behavioral description. Let's watch.
So tell me a little bit about Cody's play. What toys or items does he usually like to play with, and what does he usually do with those toys?
Yeah, he can play with literally anything.
Okay, so what are some of his favorite toys or activities?
He can amuse himself with almost anything if he can get his hands on it. I mean, he'll play with it.
Okay, so is he usually playing with toys or like household items?
He's not really interested in toys much. It's usually household items.
Okay, can you give me some examples of household items that he likes to play with, and what does he do with them?
Sure, yeah. I guess he's always trying to get the hair dryer. If he can't get it on his own, he'll say draw, 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 and I know that that means hair dryer.
All right, so is that usually how he asks for it when he can't find it?
Yeah, he'll just go into the bathroom and he says, the draw, draw, draw thing again and again, but he also says it over and over again while he's playing with it.
Okay. So when he does get the hair dryer, what does he usually do with it, or how does he usually play with it?
Yeah, he just likes to hold it and honestly just look inside it. He also tries to plug it in so he can turn it on and let it blow into his face, but that's honestly really scary because obviously hair dryers get really hot, so it's something we have to listen for and pay attention to.
Yeah, I could totally see that. So when you do hear it turn on, what usually happens?
I mean, at that point, we try to take it away, and that usually causes a meltdown.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because the examiner is so skilled, she gathered enough evidence to satisfy at least two diagnostic criteria: repetitive speech and sensory-seeking behaviors. But remember, everyone communicates differently, so it's up to the examiner to listen and flexibly adjust her approach to tease out the important information. Until recently, I wouldn't have believed that technology could actually learn to navigate a variety of communication styles as well as an experienced interviewer. We now believe that AI can do this relatively easily, and here's how it'll work when it's all done. Instead of a staff member conducting the interview, the bot will display a question on the screen. Parents will respond verbally. The response will be transcribed and analyzed by AI, and just like ChatGPT, just like ChatGPT identifies the next best word in a sentence, the bot will generate the next best question in the interview. When the interview is complete, it'll produce a summary for staff to review. The new bot brings several benefits. First, it overcomes the barrier of parents needing to take time off from work and come into our office, sometimes for multiple visits, to complete the various components of the evaluation. Once we send them the link, the interview, just like NOTA and the questionnaire, can be completed from their home when they have time. Second, it substantially reduces the staff time required to complete the interview. Remember that original table? The staff time required for the interview will drop from 4 hours to about 15 minutes. Altogether, we'll get that 10-hour evaluation process completed in just 1 hour and 30 minutes without compromising quality or accuracy. At this point, I feel it's important to mention that this bot will not actually diagnose autism. It will only gather the evidence needed for one of our psychologists to review and determine the diagnosis. With the improvements we've made, the process undoubtedly will take less time, but saving time isn't everything. The real breakthrough is improved access to diagnosis. By streamlining each step, we can help more families, and we anticipate doubling the number of children we serve each year. That means that more families will get answers sooner, and more children will begin treatment without facing the barriers of an antiquated system. At SARRC, we're accelerating the diagnostic process for the Arizona autism community, and we're setting a new standard for other states to follow. Thank you.